Well, hello again. This is Survivalist 2008 with a follow-up video to my Knight R100A receiver video that I posted earlier. And what we're going to be doing in this short video is taking a look here at the Knight assembly manual that came with that particular radio. I do not have the owner's manual, but I do have the original Knight kit assembly manual that came with it, and it has all of the information you need if you need to adjust some of the controls inside, make some adjustments, realignment, maybe if you need to replace a capacitor, resistor, or whatever. It has the alignment procedure and all those good things. So I thought you'd be interested in seeing that. And I've also got another feature here that we're going to be covering in just a moment. Is I've had the 1960 Allied radio catalog, and that is their 39th year, and it also shows the predecessor of this radio. So I'll be showing that in just a moment. Well, we're back, and I've turned to page 264 of the 1960 Allied radio catalog, and voila, we have the predecessor of the R100A. We have the model R100 amateur communications receiver kit. And let's see if we can get a good shot here. It is an outstanding receiver, and it's got plenty of features, as we've already seen in the R100A. $104.50, $5 down. I think we can afford that, can't we? And over here is a second page that describes some of the specific information about this receiver. And it was quite a receiver in its day. And the 100A replaced the 100. So both of these were excellent. Now, this low-cost 100 kC crystal calibration kit was only $9.95, and that could be installed into the 100 and probably the 100A. But I want to go ahead and go through this catalog while we're here. There's so many great things in the Knight catalog, especially the Knight kits. And that's what I want to start out here, is the Knight kits. And man, they had so many great kits. And of course, you remember Heathkit. We had a Heathkit store here in town years ago. But you know what? I don't recall ever going in it. I wasn't a ham operator then. But I did go in the Lafayette store. But I don't recall having an Allied store here. Of course, later on, Allied Radio Shack, I think, combined or merged. And but anyway, let's get back to the Knight kits. I hope I've got a good shot. Let me take a look here at my smartphone, because I got a preview on it. And I want to make sure, if nothing else, I want to get the Knight kit section in the video. Stereo hi-fi, tuner kit, preamp kit. Look at this 60-watt basic stereo amplifier kit for 85 bucks. If you bought that on eBay now, you might be lucky to get it for $800. And there's some outstanding looking amplifiers on eBay, but I cannot afford those. They are out of my price range. But just think, if you could go back in time to the Allied store and buy some of these Knight kits. Buy one to open and put together, and buy one to keep and not open. Here's some custom quality hi-fi. Back then, hi-fi was the predecessor of stereo. And look at these kits. $44.50 for a deluxe 25-watt model. Build your own speakers. 4-band receiver kit. Space scanner 2-band receiver kits. Ocean hopper. Transistor lab kit. Citizen band transceiver. This little 5-transistor portable super heterodyne radio kit for $25. Transistor radio. Little tabletop versions. Clock radio. Intercoms. More intercoms. Oh boy, some more stuff. What's that? A little broadcaster kit. How many of us started out having your own little AM broadcast station there at the house? And of course, we're back here at some of the receivers. Here's the transmitter that went along with the R100. And we're back at the R100. Let's see what else we got. Grid dip meter. Here's a CW transmitter kit. Scopes. More scopes. Cathode ray scopes. Good old night volt-ohm meter, VTVN. Tube testers. Everyone had to have a tube tester back then. I have a Lafayette tube tester, and I may do a little spotlight on that one video. RF generator kit. That's very important. Very important equipment. Signal tracers, and wow. Well, that takes us back over to the parts. Let's take a look at the front. You don't want this video to go too long. And then we'll look at the inside cover. Speakers. See if we make sure I can get these in the picture here for you. Back cover. Night kit. They really push the night kits, and very well they should. The old stereo hi-fi disc changers. Wow. They call them disc changers. And let's just see what we can run through here real quickly. First few pages, of course, they have the high fidelity and the stereo up front. And that's always a big seller for many years. Everyone has enjoyed stereo and high fidelity. You know, high fidelity back then really sounded great. Of course, it wasn't stereo, but it really had good quality. And they've got all sorts of components. Night. Looks like at this point in time they had not branched out to other. Well, they did have. Here's the Scott. Monophonic hi-fi. Those were the days. And we're getting over to some higher end equipment. Harman Kardon. Fisher. Bell. I haven't heard that name in years. Sherwood. Wow. Top Macintosh. They had the good stuff, didn't they? I don't recall going into an Allied store. Maybe there was some of those in other parts of the country. I don't recall going into one here in central North Carolina. Even have some notes here that the owner of this catalog left behind. Some very interesting things that you'll find in catalogs. And let's see, there's a receipt. Adams Radio and Television, Bell Garden, California. So this catalog's been around, hasn't it? Receiving tubes, all sorts of test equipment. Here's another receipt. That's one of the most interesting thing about catalogs. You find receipts, and they add a little character to the catalogs. And transformers, all sorts of parts, every kind of part you could imagine if you were on a radio building kit, something of the nature that you were building yourself. You could find anything with Allied. And let's go past, hit the camera. Let's move on past toward the back side of the catalog now to see if there's anything. Of course, the soldering guns. Everyone had to have a soldering gun, soldering iron if you're going to be a ham or a tinkerer or anything of that nature. They had all sorts of grinders, hand tools, stamps, alignment tools, chemical. Then we get over public address systems. They were big into those. Microphones, Electro Voice, preamplifiers, Talkaphone, Master Select systems. We get over in the antennas, TV antenna, and Allied Knights. Let's see what else they've got here. Flip over. Phono cartridges. Okay, we were in the Hallicrafters, general coverage receivers, Hammerland, Collins. Now that's top quality stuff there, Collins. Johnson. Remember the Johnson Viking? They had the Thunderbolt over here. This is some neat stuff. National Communications. You look on eBay and try to find some of this stuff now. You almost wish you could go back in time with a pocket full of money. But they'd want to know where all this new money come from if you went back. I guess you'd have to get your hands on some old money. Some old American Bell headphones. Some of those you'd need if you're going to be using a regenerative receiver with a high impedance output. Those are high dollar, hard to find now. And kind of takes us on over. Books, they have repair books, publications, things of that nature in the back, and the good old index. Well, that's a tour of the 1960 Allied Radio Electronics catalog, their 39th year, and they were located at 100 Northwestern Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. And their telephone number was Haymarket 16800. So they used that phonetics even on the catalog. Well, that about does it for this one. Thanks a lot, and we'll catch you next time.